Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor presented by Prophetic Solutions team. I am Sanjay. This is our part 17 of this video session series and we are going to learn about update and delete operation of wpdb object. In the last video session we have seen the use of wpdb insert function and we had seen the two different ways to insert the values to database table, and in this video session we are going to use update and delete method. So if you're a beginner guys in this video session, then I strongly recommend you to watch my previous video sessions from part 1 to part 16th video session to get the clear concept about WordPress plugin development from scratch. Okay, so let we update some data to our database table. So to achieve the task we need to use wpdb update method. So in update method there are two different ways to update our values to database table. Okay guys, there are two different ways to update. First, either use wpdb update method or you have to use the direct SQL query as we have seen in our last video session by using wpdb query method, and under this we have to use wpdb prepare function and we need to inject our direct query to update some data with columns separated. So by the help of these two methods we need to update our data. So have a look our first method and like wpdb update method. So just make comment to this code, or we can say it's remove, and just we are going to simple update method which will actually run when we refresh our page. Okay, so simply if we just click on refresh button, then on refresh button we need to update this value online web tutor, and the email should be something like another email address if you want to update the value of this email ID. Okay, so we need to update this value with this ID, means ID 3. We need to update the email address of this row. So to use the function of wpdb update you need to read the documentation section of wpdb update method, and the documentation section is very simple to read. It's a method which basically updates the row in the table. Okay, and the first argument we supply is as the table name. Actually we need to told him that we need to update the wp custom plugin, and wp custom plugin guys, it's a table name. So just we need to tell this function about the table name, and the second parameter should be the data, means which data I want to update. Means just we in this video we need to update the email ID of ID 3. So this is the column email ID, it's a column name, just we need to update. So we need to pass the values for email, and here is the third, that is where condition. So just we need to apply where condition to this column. Suppose we want to update this row, then the direct MySQL query should be update table name, means wp custom plugin. So the direct query should be update wp custom plugin set email equal to online 123456 something at gmail.com, where id equal to 3, because we had made id, it's an identity column. So by using this identity column we actually update this row. So this ID should be under where condition. So this is the wpdb update method by the help of which we update our row. And as you scroll down, then you can see there are two different uses of this method. First one is the table name, these are the column values, updated column values, and here it's an ID, means it's the ID of where. Okay, so just we are going to use this function. First argument should be table name. Okay, to wp custom plugin is the table name, second is the value of our column. So just we want to update email address, and as we want to value something like this, online prophetic at gmail.com, and the third parameter should be the array value, means where condition. we need to update the value of id1, which contains the id value 1. Okay, then id should be 3. Control S to save and just refresh this page. Okay, so we can say if we click on browse button, then we can see the email address successfully updated of id3. So this is the easiest way to update the row by using wpdb update method. The first parameter should be the table name. Second parameters actually contains, this row contains updated values with column name, and third parameter should be contain something like where condition, where conditions, which helps to update row. Okay, uniquely identifier columns, you may say. Now the second method, we are going to use something called wpdb query method. It actually uses direct MySQL query to update our column. So just we need to update that value. So wpdb query, it's a second method. Okay, wpdb query. So in this function we are going to use wpdb prepare function, and I told you guys that this function actually prepares a MySQL query, safely executed queries, as you may say, from SQL injection. So just we have to write our direct queries here. Update wp custom plugin. Okay, set, suppose I want to update email address, something called, let me update some fourth value. I want to update something prophotic 1234. Email should be prophotic, it's a string value. So just we need to pass placeholder for that. Okay, it's a string value because we are using prepare function, so just we need to pass placeholder for this value, where id, where id equal to, it's an integer value, so we need to pass d. Well guys, as I have told in last video session, that %s is used to indicate the varchar type value and %d is used to indicate the integer values, and just we need to pass those values here. So email should something like prophotic1234@gmail.com, and its id will be 2, because we need to update id number 4. By getting id value 4, we need to update the email address of prophotic@gmail.com from to prophotic@123@gmail.com. So this is the direct query we have written under wpdb query, and these are the placeholders which indicates the data type. That email is %s means it's a varchar type, %d means integer type. So just make comment of the first method, Control S to save, and just refresh this button. So click on browse. So we can see the value updated of id4. So this is the second method guys we have seen to update our row. This is the first method, wpdb update, and this is the second method by using direct MySQL query to wpdb query with wpdb prepare functions with placeholders and their corresponding values. Okay, so in this video session we also want to see the delete method, means how we delete our table rows, how we perform our delete operation. So to perform delete operation, we also have two methods, something called wpdb delete. Okay, and the second way is also, it's something called wpdb query, and under this function we need to use wpdb prepare function. Okay, so to use this function wp delete, you need to read the documentation section of wp delete function first. So I open for you. wp-delete function takes the first argument should be table and the second condition is where condition. And basically what this function does, deletes a row in the table by reading this table name, by taking this condition. So by getting these two conditions, it deletes the row from the database table. And here is a good example for you. wpdb delete table name where id equal to 3. So by getting id equal to 1, it deletes that specific id from this table. Because so we want that we need to delete this column number 5. Suppose we want to delete with id 5. So to do that, wpdb delete, and the first parameter should be table name, something called wp custom plugin. And here is the condition that suppose as we want to delete the id value 5. Okay, so we need to pass id equal to 5, Ctrl S to save, and just refresh this button. Just click on browse. We can see our column successfully deleted from this table. Okay guys, let me check out some different method, something called wpdb. It's the first method, and the second method. So we need to use direct query, something like wpdb query wpdb prepare. We need to write our direct query here. It's delete from, it's the table name, where id equal to, and the value should be its integer type, so id, and we want at this time we want to delete the value of id 4. So okay, delete from wp custom plugin where id equal to 4. It's a placeholder for integer, and here is 4. Okay, just comment this code for now and Ctrl S to save. Just refresh this button. Okay, let me check where is actually error occurs. Let me check the code. Delete from wp custom plugin where id equal to 4. Actually the code was perfect for now. Just click on refresh again, and here click on browse. So we can see guys, actually successfully deleted row from the table. We actually forgot to refresh this button. Okay guys, so we have seen the two different ways of both wpdb update operation as well as delete method to update or delete the values from wp custom plugin. Okay guys, so I explained each and every section of wpdb insert, wpdb insert, wpdb update, and wpdb delete. We have seen all these functions as well as its alternatives by using direct queries and their placeholders. So I have explained each and every functions guys. So in our next video session we will see how we operate these functions with our Ajax handlers. Means we want to insert our values from this column by this form. By our Ajax request, we delete some IDs by clicking this button. We need to update some records from database table by clicking this button. So all the operations we will see by the click events of, and the server performs all these operations of update, delete as well as insert functions. So in this video session, if you have any query about this lesson and if you want to give suggestions for us, any extra resources you need from us, then please feel free to ask. And if you want to make a comment, then please do comment in the comment box. I will give my reply as soon as possible. And if you haven't subscribed so far to our YouTube channel, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest videos updates about online web tutor channel, which provides you the fully customization of WordPress techniques of different fields like plugin, widget, theme, child theme and many more. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day.